After 13 years, GTA 6 is finally on the horizon. Now, if you've been living under a rock, or you've just woken up, here's what's going down. GTA 6 will only be available on PlayStation and Xbox. There will be no disc available with a physical copy. The physical version will not be coming with a disc, but a code that will unlock the game. The other issues that people have is the availability for PC gamers, complaints that there's no online mode, extra content which is only available for the Ultimate Edition of the game, and the price of the whole game. I feel that some of these reactions are somewhat justified, but, for a brief moment, I'm going to play devil's advocate. For one, I think a lot of the online discussion around pricing becomes detached from reality. Before the price reveal, people online had already worked themselves up because of unverified rumors that the game was going to cost $300 to $800. And now that the price has been revealed to be way cheaper than they thought, they're still mad. That's just irrational and hating for the sake of it. Why? How does that help you? I mean, it's arguably one of the most anticipated games in history and the most expensive game ever made. They could have priced it at $180, and I'm sure people would have still bought it. I believe the pricing issue is just due to inflation. Accusing a company of being greedy just because it's a multi-billion-dollar company with no other basis to go off on is a bit ignorant. If they were selling the game at $1,000, like some users online started to say, then they could accuse them of being greedy. But so far, the price is in range of what we expected. And I don't think anyone should have expected any less. Let me explain. When Grand Theft Auto 3 was released in 2001, it was $50. GTA Vice City and San Andreas were the same, also priced at $50. GTA 4 and GTA 5 was $60. If those games were released today with inflation-adjusted prices, GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas would be about $89 to $93. GTA 4's price range would be around $88 to $92, and GTA 5 would be between $81 to $83. If GTA 6 is $80, then compared to the inflation-adjusted prices of the previous GTA titles, it isn't extraordinary. In fact, GTA 3 at $50 in 2001 was more expensive than an $80 game today. Accusing Rockstar of being greedy using this argument is really just an emotional claim. I think where some criticism is justified is that publishers nowadays have additional revenue streams, such as subscriptions, microtransactions, and online purchases. I mean, at the end of the day, GTA 6 is likely to sell tens of millions of copies, regardless whether they cost $70 or $80. So with that taken all into account, it could have been $10 cheaper, but at the end of the day, Rockstar simply matched inflation. The other thing people took issue with is that the game will be released only digitally, no disc, no physical media. I've heard the argument that this could be due to confidentiality issues or concerns, and the fact that they can control when the game will be available to everyone, rather than shipping out copies and something gets leaked along the way, or having the game sold to a scalper and being sold to a higher price. I mean, the theory makes sense, especially considering the number of times hackers have leaked things the public was not intended to see. The issue here is consumers who prefer physical media, like me, often are not worried about leaks. We're worried about ownership, preservation of the game, and some of us just want to collect physical media. And in this day and age, publishers can decide to delete a game that you, the customer, bought out of your library. And I genuinely understand this worry. It's a legitimate concern, even if Rockstar's reasons are understandable. Later down the line, they could release a physical version after the game has been out for some time. At least I hope that's what's gonna happen. There's also news that GTA 6 will not launch on PC. Now, the last time a GTA title launched was in 2013 with GTA 5. The PC market has grown exponentially so much more in the last decade, so not releasing on PC might seem odd. But I will point out that not releasing on PC on day one has always been a standard practice of Rockstar games. GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas were launched on PlayStation 2 first. GTA 5 arrived on PC roughly a year and a half later, and the same was done for Red Dead Redemption 2. Nobody has to like the strategy, but acting surprised because Rockstar has followed the same pattern for decades is kind of dumb. PC gamers will either have to get a PlayStation or an Xbox and play it on launch day, or wait a year until it's available. The people complaining that there's no GTA 6 online need to shut up. You're either pretending to be upset over nothing or willfully ignorant. When GTA 5 came out almost 13 years ago, it didn't launch with an online mode on opening day. The same was done for Red Dead Redemption 2. The core game has always been a single-player open-world game. That's how it was, and that's how it will continue to be. Stop being upset over nothing. It's genuinely stupid. The only thing I can seem to play devil's advocate for is the paywall between Standard Edition and Ultimate Edition. Now, I always knew there was going to be a pricier version with more perks than the Standard Edition, but I'm not sure some of the features needed to be hidden in Standard Edition. While some cars, boats, tattoos, and customization features are pretty normal to have behind a paywall, having some exclusive side missions only for the Ultimate Edition seems a bit much. When missions are locked behind a more expensive edition, players can reasonably feel like the standard edition is incomplete. Why is narrative content being segmented by price? It's like we're being asked to pay extra for part of the actual game rather than optional extras. If there's one thing I would like to end with, it's with this. Please just enjoy the game. Whatever happens, enjoy it. Enjoy the anticipation, enjoy the experience. Angrily typing on Twitter about how an alligator doesn't have the accurate amount of teeth, or how a Ferris wheel has no reflection in the water from a view you're perceiving it from, is so irrational. Why are you making yourself so upset? I don't get why we become so entitled when it comes to games. Is it because the last few titles that Rockstar released have been above expectation? There used to be a time we would just want to enter the buildings, shoot random NPCs to get the highest wanted level, get into a tank, and fly a plane. GTA used to be a place where we could just do whatever. It didn't have to be physically accurate or make sense. Now, before launch, some people are convinced that the graphics have been downgraded, gameplay is being hidden, and the trailers are being deceptive. When did constructive criticism just become unchecked hate? I understand that engagement farming is a thing, and social media tends to reward reactions, but there are some people who genuinely just want the game to fail. For some reason, whenever something becomes popular, some people derive satisfaction being against the crowd because opposing the majority becomes part of their identity. Now, with social media and trolls in the wild, rumors become assumptions, assumptions become expectations, expectations become entitlement, entitlement ultimately becomes outrage. Just for this time, for once, can we go back to a time where it was just a game? Where we could just enjoy the story, not overanalyze and overthink agendas? Can we just enjoy the moment?